Here we go. Going to the loading screen of DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 38. This is the round of 8 game. It's going to be Amputease versus Feel the Vibe. For Amputease's side, we have Hammerhand playing as Pantheon, Genolicious playing as Lux, Science playing as Maokai, Metalfenrir playing as Olaf, and Duelpower playing as Tristana. On one half your casters this week, I'm Gandair, and with me is...
On the purple side, we have A12 Mo12 on Diana. HaIfhearted
it's
has
armor.
not...
It's
Oh,
like
armor. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Lead speak. Gotcha. I think A12 Mo12 even sounds cooler though. But we have HaIfhearted, who hasn't even loaded yet, on Brand, who apparently wrote the guide on Dominion Brand. We have Championship Riven being played by Camstigater. We have Dienovv on Commando Jarvan, the 4th, and then Striker Ezreal, which is a really cool World Cup skin that they made on Netorare Man. I like the Striker Ezreal. I think he looks, you know, with his boy band hair, he belongs in shorts and tall socks. He really does.
I don't think that glove is officially licensed. Yellow card.
Yellow card. As he zaps somebody from 30 feet away.
Yep.
I don't think he actually ever tripped them, though, or made any contact, so... I don't know. Depends how good of an actor they are. That's what really matters.
That's true. If the other guy couldn't be convincing enough.
Yeah, that's all it takes in soccer. I've seen highlight reels upon highlight reels of amazing acting that has changed games, actually.
Yeah, I think this is why soccer riots exist, unfortunately.
Oh man, soccer riots. Almost as bad as hockey riots. But I'm really excited to see a caster like Brand in Dominion, simply because he's not a duelist or a high CC. Oh, a pause.
Probably a disconnect or something like that. It happens periodically.
I think it's because Brand didn't load at the beginning there, so they probably instantly paused it there. But he's not a really high CC or high mobility ability power champion like a Lux or a Diana. He's a great duelist on a 1v1, but you got to have that line of sight, and you got to be landing your stuns for that to work. But I'm really excited to see how well he's played within the Dominion.
My cursor got stuck.
Crystal Scar.
Okay, I'm trying to let people know that my cursor got stuck. So I don't remember the scene switch command for XSplit off the top of my head. Otherwise, I would just click it over to that scene because I don't remember which scene slot it's in. So. Yeah.
I never
get it fixed in just a second, guys. Well,
I don't blame
I'm working on it.
But right now we're sitting in a pause. Nothing has actually happened. It's an over 1 minute pause. You saw the loading screen. Armor did not connect for a little while, and I'm sure that's why there is a pause.
If anyone knows what the default button is for that.
You know what? I almost want to say it's Control F2, but I don't remember.
I'll try it. What's worse could happen? Stream crashes, right?
Just don't hit Alt F4 and we'll be safe. Yeah, I actually switched from XSplit most recently to OBS so I could run high def without paying for it. But I actually ended up liking OBS quite a bit. A little bit harder to use though. Definitely takes a little more setup. And as we wait in this pause, nobody's bought any items. They're all pretty much sitting there. It was an instant pause. I'm sure it's done by now, but seeing so we're behind by 3 minutes, we're going to have to wait for it. As we do, once again, my name's SkillFactory. You can catch me on Twitter, at SkillFactoryLOL. I do quite a bit of casting now. I've been casting all day today. All last minute. They're like, hey, we need a caster, so I've been jumping in, doing what I can. This is Dominion. I'm not as familiar with it, but I am familiar with people going head-to-head in League of Legends, and I love every second of it. That's right, I do. And I don't call it... It's Maokai, by the way, like mayonnaise. Like mayonnaise, it's Maokai. I don't call it Maokai or any other version of that. I have my own pronunciations, and I love them very much.
Alright, as soon as this kicks off, there we go. It's a thing with a pause that it's my mouse stuck. Actually, what the heck? Didn't come back. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now I get my mouse back. There we go. Ta-da!
Looks like very basic starting items. Pretty much everybody going Boots and Prospector. We have a Chalice out on Maokai, and the workings of a Haunting Guise coming out on Brand, who's being played by HaIfhearted. But everybody loves their Boots. They love their Prospector's items, whether it be the Ring or the Blade, whatever your flavor is. And Maokai actually throwing in an extra cloth armor there, along with a slew of potions to help them in this beginning engagement. I'm not quite sure who's going top and bottom yet. I believe Olaf, it looks like he's going bottom with 4 top for the blue side. And then red team, I think Diana's going to be going bottom, but Jarvan's too busy laughing. And yes, it should be the Diana-Olaf matchup down bottom. The duelist with the ability power versus the duelist with the true damage.
That's probably what we'll see. Maokai doesn't really need the boost to start off with. You know, I mean, he'll show up at the fight in time. There's other people that are quick enough to get there before him and get things going.
Yeah, he has an excellent gap closer, and once he does, he can AoE slow. So it's not like he needs boots to continue damage like a Pantheon or a Tristana does, who doesn't have that that point blank ability to slow and keep them in melee range.
Red team's captured the ball now.
And missing with the shot. People like to throw the skill shots across the little fruit stand right there, trying to engage with their opponents or get that free damage in, because they usually get there around the same time anyway. You see that back and forth poke up here.
Yeah, didn't see the light binding go out yet. I think she's waiting for a slow target to make sure that she's landing it, trying to use the light grenades there. There's a light binding onto the J4, and he's going to drop his standard, but not going to be able to get to his standard for a knock-up. And everybody just kind of staying up here. Brand looking to get a little bit of harass with his Pillar of Flame, not being able to land anything. Tristana also poking back. Riven's going to start the cap and shield away, and nobody really wants to commit to a fight here. Brand getting more poke off, Maokai getting low, going in, and big damage coming out on Ezreal, able to shift out, but he does have the Ignite on him. He's going to be dying first. Maokai's going to go out next. Exhaust out on Riven. Riven taking extra damage. Pantheon in the fray of it all. Tristana sitting back and auto-attacking, but not enough damage. Light Grenade picking up the kill onto Riven, and it looks like they might disengage from this one and try to poke a little bit more and wait for more help. Ezreal coming back with his revive up, and they're going to try to close the kill onto these two here as they cap the tower. They're not going to chase them away. Maokai coming back up. They are going to have this point, and now they have the 4v3, which they're not going to commit on.
Down the lower half of the map, we got Camstigater, though, heading down to the bottom. Reveals, though, by stepping into the vision right there. So Olaf has an idea of what's going on. You see him backing up a little bit right there. Pantheon coming down, though, around the side. And now his armor in a pretty rough spot right there. Gets the stun, gets the true damage. The Heartseeker connects for a couple of ticks. And armor gets driven off the point. There we go, getting taken down. Camstigater coming down next, though, and gets the combo in to get up there a little bit faster. Chases Pantheon back away in the middle of the map. However, though, they're looking to find an engagement near that middle V bush. It's just up a little bit above the storm shields there.
Yeah, it looked like there's a little bit of an engagement. HaIfhearted, though, they're not committing onto him. They do have the point. They are getting the objectives right now. They do have a 3-for-2 capture, and Ezreal getting over the wall. A perfect move over the wall. Ezreal coming out onto Tristana. Big damage coming down. Brand landing the stun on the Lux. Pantheon coming in. Final Spark coming across. The dunk coming down on Tristana. Riven picking up that kill. Maokai trying to go deep. He's going to pick up the kill onto J4. And Tristana's finally going to drop with Maokai. It looks like the light binding is good for Riven, and Pantheon's going to come down here to help out this Lux. And Riven might be in a lot of trouble as Triss has just used a revive. She's coming back now. Riven running away, but they have not been able to cap this point. HaIfhearted very low. Oh, and this Pantheon stun is the end of the Brand. Jarvan using his revive coming back, and it looks like the 1-for-1 trade right now is Pantheon for Brand. Duelpower in a bad situation right here, along with Genolicious, who is not going to be able to get out of this alive. Ooh, a great light binding. Riven picking up the kill onto Tristana, and Maokai continuing this engagement. Ooh, a whiff onto the Demacian Justice of Dienovv, and Science just looking to defend his Lux, who is going to make it out of here on this bush alone, while Ezreal tries to get on the other side. Good light binding. Ezreal coming across, sees the Lux, picks up the kill, is going to get out of there, but Pantheon going to pick up the kill onto Jarvan, while the top turret Pantheon ulting up to HaIfhearted, closing the gap, good stun, a good stun coming back from HaIfhearted, and this cap is going to be uncapped for the moment, but I think Red is going to be able to take it after they take out this Pantheon.
Yeah, we got the stun off on him, and Riven's right there sticking to him, gives vision over the wall. Brand able to get the kill there. Down the bottom, however, Armor was able to get the point neutral there, able to pick up the kill there, but now Science delaying for a really, really long time, doing that Maokai thing. Maokai has great sustain, can live for quite a while, able to delay until his allies get down there to take care of Diana. Skillfactory was able to get the neutral down there on that bottom turret. Now, in the middle of the map, looks like Lux is going to oversee the Storm Shield. No? Yeah, she's going to hang out, oversee that Storm Shield. Duelpower is going to go in for it there. Is J4 going to come up, or is he going to stay down the bottom where he's at right now? It looks like they're going to go ahead. Tristana's going to pick that up just fine. Dienovv coming down to the bottom. Metalfenrir is going to go ahead and recall. It's a little bit nothing too crazy right here. We got Ninja Tabby on mouse who's going to go for that durability. Probably going to see that turn into a Themes. After that, Pantheon. I'm not sure what he's going for. He's got a lot of simple components, but nothing major yet. Brand lands a nice shot in the middle of the map, though. Does a little bit of damage, but kind of breaks things up a little bit. They were waiting for him, but they got revealed. They took some damage. They scattered, and they've regrouped since then. Shield's got that sheen completed, and Duelpower over the wall there for HaIfhearted. Brand with the ultimate there bounces very, very well. And the Cataclysm, no, Duelpower's going to jump right on out of that. Dienovv trying to get Genolicious down. Genolicious exhausted now, and they're trying to get Duelpower. They dive through and seeing that Duelpower's the one doing the damage. They're going to cut down Maokai. A little bit of deforestation action maybe going on right there. And Genolicious running, but not able to pull off the epic escape that Lux had the time before that.
Meanwhile, down bottom, Diana teeing off against Olaf, putting out big damage onto him. He does land an axe, forcing her to disengage, but it looks like she's going to push up this minion wave. J4 is going to back on the speed shrine there, and it looks like Diana's also going to back, and she doesn't want the reinforcements to come in and get an easy kill on her. They do have the 3 points to 2, and they're slowly whittling away the objectives as Pantheon, Maokai, and Tristana look like they're going to try to make a move onto the windmill. No, they're going to come cross middle, hoping to catch somebody out. They do find Brand looking at the Storm Shield. Brand's going to go down very fast right now. J4 coming in, trying to lay down some damage in CC, but he's also going to die in vain without picking up any kills. Trist, nope, he is almost getting away. Can they land one more light binding on him? There's the final spark, a great final spark, taking him out. Ezreal laying his ult across. Maokai coming out from behind. Trist putting big damage onto Ezreal. And Genolicious trying to avoid the death from Diana. Her shield keeping her alive just barely from the Riven ult. And Riven's going to come back in and close out that kill as they chase down Diana and kill her. Now it's a 3v2 and they are low health. Duelpower still looking in very good shape right now. Trying to chase down Netorare Man, who he's going to get the kill on. He just needs one more auto attack. There it is. But they still haven't capped a point. Brand being caught in the middle of 3 people once again, lays down his ultimate, which does good damage, but the vengeful maelstrom out of Maokai is negating a lot of that damage. And it looks like they're going to try to finally neutralize this point down bottom.
They do get that bottom point, fortunately for their team there. Pantheon takes the one there. It looks like he's going to ultimate in on the top point right here. Comes straight down the objective point. Him and Science up there. They're going to flip that around pretty quickly, which in the quest objective, you get them that 10% damage increase, put a lot of hurt on the enemy nexus at the same time. And Olaf is babysitting this tower down here. He'll probably be able to delay this for a little bit there. Don't know if he's able to kill Diana or not. No, definitely not with HaIfhearted's Brand right there back. And that Metalfenrir is like, I'm just going to leave. He's a little afraid of that. You don't want to mess with that fight because, you know what? That's an extra tower. They don't need that one. They can let that one go. They still got 3 up over elsewhere, so you don't want to put yourself back in the graveyard when you don't need to be there. Netorare Man, oh, there's that nice combo from Lux right there. Netorare Man getting chased out of the fight there, and just so low on hit points right there. Maokai picks up the KB with an auto attack. Good job right there. The forest is alive and well, but Genolicious getting boxed in by Dienovv right there. Gets taken down, unfortunately.
Lux doing very well, dropping her shield across the whole team, delaying a lot of their damage. Olaf unable to cap this point down bottom while the skirmish is going off top. Diana's coming down to reinforce and clear out those minions. But as that happens, Windmill's going to go down to Riven and Dienovv on J4. And it looks like one of them might go back. I think Riven will probably back and J4 will stay there. Nope, she's going to go right for the Health Shrine and defend this top point. But a great job on Lux. She was able to shield her whole team while she was binding Brand for a kill, and it was a very, very good job multitasking and using every one of her abilities to the fullest. Jarvan coming in with a big engage. Riven getting in as well. Pantheon in the middle of it all. Science, they're standing in the Maokai ult, keeping them alive. Oh, with the Brand ult, taking both of them down a lot. Final Spark coming across, chunking down Ezreal, but it looks like they're going to disengage as they already lost 2 in that fight for 0.
And they don't really have the ability to defend against that too well either. Well-placed crowd control will be able to eliminate Lux or Tristana very, very quickly, as they're not terribly durable champions, especially with J4's Airborne being able to go through things. You really don't want to run into that. And HaIfhearted's Brand, he can get that stun off there. And back alive now, they're heading back up towards the upper part of the map. HaIfhearted looks like he's gonna... You gotta beware of that tall grass, guys. Might have a Brand in. He's watching to see who comes by. Sign's going to check that with Sapling. Yep, very smart move right there. You want to check that with the vision. Make sure you know exactly what's going on. Maokai doesn't have a sweeper. Lux got a sweeper, though. You got Grez's Lantern on Trist, so they do have the vision advantage. 2 click vision versus 1. Riven does have. You see it goes down right there, reveals, lets them know exactly what's going on. Netorare man takes a little bit of damage there. Science getting out ahead of the team. J4 trying to cut in behind, but Lux kind of has an idea what's going on. Now Hammerhand's looking for someone. Who is he going to deliver that stun on? And Lux's laser's not doing quite as much damage as last time, but J4 goes down. It's going to help them out significantly in this engagement. Netorare man is sitting back and chipping away, though, and the longer that he's alive, the more damage he's going to deal. There really hasn't been anyone to get there to stop him, unfortunately. And Pantheon pops that, coming right back in, and he's going to come down, gets the stun off on Camstigater right there. But in between all 3 of them, and the crowd control between Brand and Riven going to stop him. He doesn't even get the kill on HaIfhearted.
Yeah, it looks like he picked the wrong target there. Riven having almost 100 armor right now, and that shield, which is passively right now, it's about almost 300 damage with her AD right now, and it was just way too much for him to burst down.
See, Ezreal's decided to go for Iceborne Gauntlet this time, as opposed to a Triforce. Well, usually just hold on to the Sheen, though. So I guess that's a solid upgrade.
Iceborne Gauntlet is a great ability, especially with these constant team fights. It has the ability that off of his Mystic Shot, it actually procs and slows everything in that range, which is excellent for kiting, and it's something that he needs to do against people like Pantheon and Maokai, who are closing the gaps and CCing it.
See, everyone kind of moving down. They're heading towards the center of the map now, down from the top, playing the bushes game. Both teams trying to find out where the other one is. Maokai coming up from the bottom, though. Throws down the sapling, kites into the... Oh! HaIfhearted kite into the things. They know where Dienovv is, at least, but they still don't quite know where Ezreal and Riven are. Moving lower and lower. Uh-oh, armor comes up. Guys, we might have a 5v5 fight here unless someone decides to break off. Everyone in the center of the map. We got 2 down low and 3 up high. I don't really like that positioning very well. Science goes in and starts the fight. Gets the Maelstrom out. Ooh, nice laser tags. Many champions right there. But we got J4 goes in with the Cataclysm, puts up that terrain, and get the Windex, guys. Feel the vibe is cleaning it up.
Yeah, HaIfhearted's ultimate decimated their team right now, getting a bounce on every enemy champion, applying the percent damage. He has the Blackfire Torch, so it's double percent damage, and it just nuked their team down. The Lux was unable to keep anybody alive with that shield because they had so much damage within that Cataclysm.
Yeah, Brand being able to get the full bounces on that, really taking advantage of the way that they were clustered up for that fight, able to deliver a lot of it. Brand's AoE damage is absolutely amazing. He has one of the better AoE damages for single round in the game. And, Science getting a little extended away from the team there. HaIfhearted coming up the other side, and only you can prevent forest fires, Science. What are you going to have to do about this? Looks like he's able to get them to go a different direction. They go down there for Pantheon instead by Science, a little bit more time on the field. Lux gets the laser off, does some damage on Netorare man, but he's still alive. Riven picks up the kill on Maokai, and they have to fall back once again.
Yeah, Maokai was in a bad position pretty much that whole engagement. At best, it was going to be a 3v4. Tristana might be caught out here. See if she can dodge the stun. She doesn't. She hops nowhere, and Jarvan's going to be able to pick up this kill very easily. Lux trying to help out, but not much she can do right now. Not enough AP to scare anybody. Olaf ulting out, taking out Brand, and trying to 1v1, but here comes Diana with a ton of damage. Jarvan's going to die to to the Lux. No, he's going to walk away. They're going to lose Olaf in the 2v2 and not get any extra damage in there. The knock-up, not going down from Jarvan, and he's in a bad position.
Oh, man. He's a little bit... Maokai, off that point there, didn't have the tower benefiting him.
Yeah, it would have been much closer versus that Ezreal if he had a few tower hits helping out there. And there's Ezreal taunting as he slows with the Iceborne Gauntlets. Riven in the bush. Ezreal going down to Pantheon as he finally gets enraged for a jump. The exhaust going out, and they're going to duel this out between Cam and Ham. Hammerhand looking like he's going to come out ahead, see if his passive is enough. No, it's not. He decides to go with a Heartseeker Strike instead of just using his passive crit damage. Which it might have been, it was a very close engagement with those two there.
Light Binding just barely not tagging Brand as he retreats.
Yeah, Brand been caught out once, and it doesn't look like he wants to be caught out again, because it did give them the 3-point advantage that time. Maokai actually knocking up Jarvan before he finished his trip to the standard. Oh, rooting HaIfhearted. Laser coming across. HaIfhearted getting low, but Science also going very low. The Lux Shield's doing work, but Netorare Man's being untouched. Lux trying to pick up the kill on him, unable to. And the legendaries over and over again for this Jarvan as he tromps across their team.
Now Hammerhand has to retreat back to that point, but I don't think there's a lot he can do by himself. Oh, it looks like J4 was going to go for that. Goes for the Airborne. Riven connects as well. Hammerhand takes a lot of CC and a lot of damage right there. The tower is chipping away at Dienovv, though, but it's not going to be enough. He is going to be defeated, and they might get this point neutral before anyone's able to arrive to stop them. And yes, that's further going to drive things home for them. That point's neutral. There's 3 on the other side. They don't have any presence on the other side of the map. Amputease, unfortunately, is not going to go on to the next round. Field of Vibe is going to pick up the Netorare Man doesn't die at the end.
I think he was dead from that Blackfire Torch.
Ooh, if it had ticked down, yeah.
It had ended and saved his life right there. Some great final
sparks
by the victory.
Across.
But, man, those Brand ultimates and those team